everyone, welcome back to your channel Mom Goody Days, and in today's video we are going to talk all about baby proofing. Your kid has started to roll and then creeps and then crawls and walks and they'll be all around the house moving like a ninja. 1 minute they'll be here, within a blink of an eye they'll be in the corner of the house. In that case, it's high time for you to baby proof your house. So I'll be taking through the dangerous parts that can potentially harm your kids and how to baby proof them. Along with that, some safety tips and how you can educate your kids on this at early stage and things which I regret buying. So let's get started. There's one concept called S-zone. That is when you have to leave your kids to play independently. You have to make sure that your place is baby proof so that you're not telling a lot of no's to your kid. The best way to start baby proofing is get down to your baby's level and be a detective and find out those parts which can harm your kids. The first one is definitely those sharp corners. I have no clue why kids go fall on them, they bang their heads. I'm sure most of the moms will agree with me. This, we can use something called the edge protectors or the edge guards, and it comes like this. You can get it in Amazon or in Flipkart. It basically comes in this way. It will be really soft and definitely serves the purpose. It also comes with double tape so that we can stick it on one end here, and before we stick it to the corners of the furniture, you can remove the strip off and then paste it. So this comes of great help to protect the edgy corners of the furniture. Edge protecting strip which you can attach to edges of cot or even the walls. This is one particular area. No clue, he used to come bang his head here, so that's the reason we have put strip here, and it has helped us a lot. Coming to the bedroom, which is actually very important, at least for Avir, who spends most of his time in bed because his study time, his play time, everything mostly happens on the bed. This is the region where he used to bang his head most of the time. He used to roll, he used to bang his head. So I've used something like this. This is a Rexin or a sponge, and it did not cost as much. It acts like a bumper. He has hit his head many times, it doesn't come off. And the next important thing is the bed guard, which I've spoken in 6 to 12 months must-haves as well. This is a lifesaver for me because when Avi started rolling, he used to roll and he used to go to the other corner. This also comes in an L-shaped arm where the other side of the arm we have screwed it into the cot, so it's comparatively very sturdy. This can also be released when not in use. And the very important, these electric outlets. These are the regions which are really dangerous. Get a lot of varieties of outlet guards, you can buy them. There are few sockets which we don't use. We have just used a tape over here, transparent tape over here, so that he doesn't touch them. Another thing is that whenever you're done with the charging, make sure you unplug them. If you leave the switch on, it can definitely be very dangerous. And the next important thing is their research organizations. For our little scientists, those are nothing but the cabinets and the drawers. I have no clue why they're so curious about what things are there. So we have used something like this. We used one and it did not work. We used 3 of them so that he'll not be able to open it further. They're great hackers, and someday they will somehow try to figure out how to decode all those things which we have put. But until then, make sure you baby proof it and also educate them. Restrict your babies to certain areas. That is definitely the staircase and also the puja room. The staircase, they would love to climb on them. Until you teach them how to go up and come down safely, make sure you put a staircase barrier over there. I put something like this. This was made by my father-in-law. We have also pasted a whiteboard sheet over here. This particular place can be used for him to write, and this is his favorite spot where he sits and writes whenever he feels like doing it. And then the puja room. That is also something kids love because they see flowers, they see bells, and somehow they are attracted towards the puja room. Whenever you're going to the puja room, make sure you take the baby along with you, and when you're coming, just bring the baby along. Better to have a door to your puja room because you lit the lamp there, you have matchbox over there. Coming to the kitchen part, this is one region where Avir would come. I have no clue why that was happening. He used to come, run. There used to be a mat over here. He used to slip and used to fall. This had happened like many times. So what we did is we have put one anti-slip mat over here into the bathroom. I think that's the region where babies would love to run inside, and it's wet and they slip and they fall. One tip is to actually keep it dry all the time, but if we cannot do that, because during the pee training and all, it is kind of tough because we have to take them inside every now and then. In that case, I would suggest you to use an anti-slip mat, which actually comes of great help. Safety tips: make sure you have kept the sharp items and the things which are choking hazards away from your kids. There's one rule which you can follow, that's called a tissue paper roll rule. You can take any of the object. If it goes inside the swing, then this is something which you shouldn't be keeping in your baby's toy basket. If it doesn't fit inside, then you can definitely put them out and it doesn't cause any choking hazard. Apart from that, any sort of marbles, stones, balls, whichever can cause choking hazard, make sure you're not keeping it inside. These are very dangerous because babies tend to put everything into their mouth. Fortunately, Avir wasn't like that, so we did not have much an issue with that. But if your baby is actually putting things into their mouth, then you should be extra careful here. Make sure you keep your cosmetics, your detergents, your perfumes, your cleaning agents high up somewhere in the cabinet and it's not reachable to your kids. Keep batteries and tablets out of the reach. You keep taking your supplements, calcium and iron supplements, and when this start seeing you do that, it looks like a candy to them and they can come anytime without your knowledge. They can put that into their mouth, so make sure the tablets are also not kept under their reach. Educate your kids early about these things. If the baby tries to touch something, I have seen many saying that it's kid, he doesn't understand. No, don't underestimate the power of your kid. They understand a lot of things. I started to teach Avir at a very early stage. Very important to teach them what is danger, what is sharp, what is hot. Avoid telling a lot of no's, that will not work. Beautiful tip here is that whenever you say no to your kid, make sure you follow it with an explanation. For example, if you're asking your kid not to touch a particular cream, you can tell, don't touch this cream because it has got a sharp edge and it can literally hit you and you're going to have that pain. Whenever you say no, if you can provide them an alternate option for that, that is the best thing. For example, Avir was in a phase of jumping all the time. He used to jump everywhere, like he used to jump on the bed, on the sofa, road, wherever you put him, he used to jump. So I told him one day that you're not supposed to jump anywhere, but you can jump on your bed. So whenever he used to jump on the sofa, I used to tell, no, you can't jump here. Then he said, Mommy, can I jump on my bed? Yes, that you can do. So I used to take him on the bed and I used to leave him to jump, and that way he knows where he used to do what. You won't believe, Avir is very clear about what he should do and what he shouldn't be doing. He keeps learning every now and then, but whenever he learns, he'll make sure he follows it. He's taken after his father. I have no clue. He's very disciplined and obedient in that way. Some really basic tips as to buckle your babies up, not bring the hot objects towards your babies, and use fitted bed sheets so that they don't pull and put it on their face. Really want me to put up those basic safety tips as well, just like a checklist, so that you can go through it through a video. Let me know, I'll put that up. I thought it's really basic, so I did not include that clearly in this video. Last but not the least, the things which I regret buying. When Avir started to walk, he was literally falling all the time. Every time he used to bang his head, he used to fall down, and I used to see a big swollen ball over here. Order helmet for him, very soft and very nice material. However, he refused to wear. Luckily, I could return it before it was 10 days. Get irritated when we put such things. Apart from that, I also bought something like this, because we have to put it like a bag to them, and I was hoping that this is going to be of really good use when he starts walking. No, it didn't help at all because it's kind of heavy, and whenever I used to put that on him, he was very conscious. He used to look back and check if that was there, and he was not happy with this. So this is something also did not work for me. So I had ordered bed guard from Love Lab. I think I did not check the measurement properly. It came really small. It has no option for screwing it into your cot, and that was very flimsy. I did not find it useful in any way. With that, it's a wrap, and I hope you all liked the video. If so, please click on the like button. Also subscribe to my channel because I have lots and lots of informative videos coming up for you guys. So share this with other mommy friends of yours so that they get to know that there is a channel like this where they can find all such information. Having said that, meet you guys in the next video. Until then, as I always say, cherish every moment of your motherhood. Take care. See ya.